decided to paint after all. So I'm giving her 2 gray dragons with pink wings. I don't know what her favorite colors are, but the dragons will also be yellow, because gray and yellow are 2 of my favorite colors.
NBC 29, Central Virginia's most trusted news source since 1973.
Yeah, so.
Count on us.
With all things, I'll be honest, I am not a good painter, or a painter at all. So hopefully, when this thing is done, it'll impress y'all. Hopefully, hell, it'll impress me. I'm pretty sure Zeta Zang will never ever see these, but you know, I would like to. Y'all know how to knock?
Alright, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, next time knock. It's recording, Nick.
This weekend,
Let me say it again. It's recording.
Oh, hi guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. He's a great artist.
No,
Don't let
man.
him tell you a lie.
I ain't lying.
Have a nice rest of y'all day. I'll see y'all tomorrow on the next episode of
It's
James
Council
Harper.
Havoc #2, dude. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is what happens when people don't knock. It's also what happens when you don't have your own home, your own studio, and when you're not working in the field that you would prefer to do, which is make movies, so that I would always have work. Yeah. But yeah, so they're gonna be gray dragons.
As Republicans get ready for their big week. The wildfire disaster in California turning more deadly. Hundreds of thousands of acres burned, more than 100 homes destroyed.
I'm not gonna cut off the volume on that because I need to hear it. Even if I can't see it, I still need to hear it.
The new CDC warning about COVID and the coming flu season. Will there be a twindemic? And we'll talk with that courageous.
The good news about using gray is that if I go out of the lines will blue, so you won't actually know. And if I can do this properly and stay focused, I won't go out of the lines.
Actress Lori Loughlin and her husband have been sentenced to prison for their roles in the college admissions scandal. Both pleaded guilty to paying their daughter's way into USC, cheating an admissions system that already leaves so many aspiring young people on the outside looking in. Miguel Almaguer has our report.
So basically, once I get the outer lines, I can get a bigger brush and go on the inside.
But actress Lori
At least that's the plan.
Husband Massimo Giannulli could not steer clear of prison. Loughlin sentenced today to 2 months, a $150,000 fine, and 100 hours of community service. Wiping away tears, Loughlin told the judge, "I thought I was acting out of love. I am truly and profoundly sorry." But the judge, who said he was dumbfounded, called her life a fairy tale. "You stand before me a convicted felon. And for what? The inexplicable desire to grasp even more. We can only hope you will spend the rest of your charmed life to make amends."
This judge was definitely making an example out of Lori today by going over all of the opportunities and all of the privilege she's had in life.
Anything to say about the allegations?
With Giannulli sentenced to 5 months, a $250,000 fine, and 150 hours of community service.
One thing about painting I've learned is you have to be exceptionally careful with your balance.
Imposing their daughters as elite crew recruits while paying $500,000 to cheat their way into USC. Both girls dropped out of school. Their parents will need to report to prison in 90 days. Giannulli also apologized, but the judge blasted back, saying the crime was motivated by wanton arrogance resulting from excessive pride.
Loughlin, most famous for her role on Full House, which featured a family living here in San Francisco, will soon be a long way from a TV set. She could serve out her sentence in a prison in the desert of Southern California.
Oscar nominee Felicity Huffman spent 11 days behind bars after declaring her guilt months before Loughlin. Tonight, one of Hollywood's real-life scandals coming to a dramatic end. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News.
Hopefully you guys will like the finished product.
As firefighters in California try to bring those huge and deadly wildfires under control. Hundreds of homes have already been lost and more than 100,000 people have been evacuated. Steve Patterson is there.
Tonight, as flames devour neighborhoods and incinerate farmlands, bone-tired firefighters turn to the sky for help. The attack from above is crucial because the terrain is like a minefield. Gas tanks rage out of control like blowtorches, electric poles scorched, crews fighting fire with fire, trying to choke off the spread with controlled burns. Desperate
One thing about this gray paint, it's gonna like totally wipe out 15% of the detail of my drawing.
In just the last week, fires have scorched through more than 70,000 acres, surpassing the state's average loss for an entire year. Fires across the Bay Area rage on with minimal containment.
What we can say is that we can't save everything.
More than 500 structures reduced to ash, more than 100,000 evacuated.
You could hear this swirling and swishing of air and just going crazy and explosions going off.
Blankets of thick smoke now smother the region.
The fire ain't going to kill you. It's going to be the smoke that's in the valley.
As the sheer fire continues its unpredictable spread, the only certainty is more destruction.
I'm gonna have to go take that damn dog out.
They try to save as many houses as they can, but they are stretched thin, with some of them working more than 72 hours. But relief is on the way, with crews coming from 10 states, including as far away as Canada, and in some cases from Australia.
God damn.
All right, Steve Patterson, thanks. Let's turn to the breaking news in South Texas, where a search and rescue operation is underway after a massive pipeline explosion. Gabe Gutierrez has late details for us.
The fire raged as the billowing smoke cast a dark shadow over Corpus Christi, Texas.
So I've got to get the inner area here. I'll be able to go and get a bit of a brush and take care of the big part of the dragon.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to the families of those missing. We continue our efforts to bring them home to their loved ones.
19 people were working in the area. At least 6 were rushed to hospital. Some with severe burns airlifted to San Antonio.
It's just tragic that it happened, but I think it was just one of those accidents that happened.
Is there any danger in terms of air quality for the community right now?
Not that I'm aware of. I've not heard anything like that. Like I said, the prevailing wind was pushing that smoke out of around unpopulated areas.
Tonight, the fire's out, and the National Transportation
I'm gonna give it up to my nephew, because he definitely gave me too much damn credit.
The Postmaster General grilled by Congress today as 6 more states sue to block recent service cutbacks. Let's get more from Tom.
Okay, so maybe I'll just, the tongue's gonna have to be raised, so this one doesn't even have a tongue.
And reports that worker overtime has been cut. The new Postmaster General today faced skeptical Democrats.
Mr. DeJoy, your decisions have cost Americans their health, their time, their livelihoods, and their peace of mind.
Louis DeJoy insisted he's acting to save the struggling Postal Service, not undermine the election.
We are very committed, the board's committed, the postal workers committed, the union leadership is committed to having a successful election, and the insinuation is, quite frankly, outrageous.
A former major Republican donor, DeJoy has been on the job for just 67 days. He insists some of the cost-cutting has been underway for years as mail volume dropped significantly. But Americans nationwide report their mail slow dramatically this summer. It comes as President Trump, behind in the polls, has floated false claims about mail-in voting, suggesting last week he'd oppose
I'm gonna take the damn dog out. Thanks for watching. I don't know how much of that you guys can actually see of this part of the dragon.
So therefore, they can't do it, I guess, right?
Today, Postmaster